over 72 hours, the system handled over 20 million calls with more than 2,000 conversations online and at the same time, and about 100 calls per second.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the CCaaS update and the latest edition of the Discovering Disruptors series of interviews that I've been holding with vendors and brands that you might be aware of, but don't know as much about. So as I always say, this is time to put the big names to one side and help inform you about those disruptors that you can maybe bring into RFPs, bring into client processes that might really fit the bill and offer something different. So this edition, I'm really pleased to welcome Incoplax to the channel and the Chief Product Officer, Ilya Pleshchinskiy. I hope I got that right. We've just been discussing it. He's got a PhD in maths. He's founder and CPO of Incoplax with a quarter of a century of experience in communication software development. So Ilya, welcome to the channel and tell us a little bit more about yourself and Incoplax.
Thank you very much. Hi, James. Hi, everyone. I am Ilya. I think we will have chance to speak a lot about the work and our product in the next couple of minutes. Besides that, I can speak that I'm half Ironman. I did these races several times, and I'm also bareboat skipper, and I'm kind of sailing. That's why our life is very interesting, not only about our work.
Yeah, absolutely. I did not know you were an Ironman as well. That's impressive stuff. From some of the events that I do, an Ironman is something I would never consider. So maximum respect on that. It's the swimming bit that puts me off. I'm a rubbish swimmer. Look, this series is about disruptors in the CCaaS and CX markets. What do you think then makes Incoplax stand out as a disruptor from the larger vendor platforms?
Despite the fact that Incoplax itself is a new product, our team has more than 25 years of experience in CX development. We have seen almost everything from fax machines and analog phones to the rise of omnichannel services, and we have closely followed how the big platform vendors evolved over these years. What makes us a disruptor today is probably the way we combined modern engineering with real deployment flexibility. Incoplax is built on a microservices architecture from the ground up, so it's extremely resilient and easy to scale. But the real difference is that we can run anywhere, in any public cloud, in a private cloud, or fully on premises if a customer has strict security requirements. That's something many cloud-only platforms simply can't offer today. Compared to the more traditional legacy solutions, we stand out with our flexibility, our technology choices, and how fast we can be deployed. At the end of the day, that means lower cost of ownership in total. If you listen to users of the big vendors platforms today, the message is pretty consistent. These well-known products feel outdated and slow to adapt. Meanwhile, their cloud versions don't meet our security needs, and both options are very, very expensive. We took a different route. We don't rely on closed or licensed technologies at all. Everything is open and transparent. Linux, Docker, Postgres, Kafka, Erlang, Node.js, and so on. And all our applications can be executed in any modern browser on any device, so there is nothing extra to install or maintain. All of this gives us confidence that Incoplax can really stand out on the global CX market. We are young, we are highly technical, we are flexible, and we are ready for the challenges customers bring to us.
Brilliant, brilliant. I think something you're saying there that gets echoed a lot in this Discovering Disruptors series is flexibility, and I think that's a common theme to why consultants and analysts are looking at bringing disruptors and smaller, more agile companies into processes because of that difference, because of what they offer. So where's the platform at currently then in terms of functionality, and perhaps more excitingly, what's on the roadmap?
Okay, I'll start with a quick note on our all-in-one idea because it really explains where the platform is today.
Mm-hmm.
In many contact center projects, companies end up using a bunch of different products from different vendors. One for communications, one for the call center, another for WFM or QM, then some separate AI services on top. And it leads to a lot of complexity, duplicated data, inconsistent customer information, outdated tech, and agents are always jumping between multiple screens just to solve a single issue. And of course, all of that drives up the cost of ownership. We decided to approach this differently. Our platform brings everything together, and you can already see this in the way that our modules work today. The knowledge base is created in KMS, agents get trained in LMS, WFM makes sure the right people are scheduled, the contact center handles all the customer interactions, voice, chat, and emails, and then QM helps us to evaluate the quality and trigger follow-up actions like extra training or updating the knowledge base. So everything feeds into everything else, and the data stays always consistent. As for the roadmap, we have focused on two big areas.
Okay.
First of all, of course, AI. We are expanding AI into almost every part of the service process, operational, administrative, you name it. For example, soon we will be able to create new reports just by describing what you need in natural language query.
Mm-hmm.
Designing new industry apps will get much easier with neural network powered tools. And for agents, we are always working on improving our real-time guidance, showing relevant hints, knowledge-based articles, etc. during a call or a chat. And the second area is unified communications. We are building mobile app that goes beyond the contact center.
Okay.
It's for the whole company, text, voice, video, while keeping all the data inside the organization. And it's really about improving internal collaboration, not just customer service. So overall, the platform today is a pretty mature, integrated system, and the roadmap is all about adding more intelligence and better ways for teams to work together, of course, using modern technology stack and AI.
Brilliant. Well, I mean, let's take that into the real world then and application. So from your time with Incoplax, I mean, without naming names, unless you particularly want to give a customer a shout out, what's been the most memorable customer need that the platform or team has risen to perhaps, or the challenge that you're most proud of that the platform has overcome?
One project that really stands out for me was when we were scaling our predictive outbound dialer. And
Okay.
our customer had a big concern. They had bad experiences scaling older systems, and they wanted to make sure our platform could handle high loads without slowing down. The scenarios were quite intense. One instance had to handle inbound and outbound calls at the same time with a call list of over 1 million of contacts.
Okay.
And on top of that, we needed to track servers' performance and measure response times for dozens of operations. To solve this, we have built an integrated monitoring system to track CPU, memory, disk, and network usage. We set up detailed metrics and improved our built-in testing tools so they could automatically create the right load testing setup. When we were ready to show our results, we spun up 6 virtual servers, 4 for the target platform and 2 for simulate agents and providers. Over 72 hours, the system handled over 20 million calls with more than 2,000 conversations online and at the same time, and about 100 calls per second. Every operation from call transfers to agent status changes stayed well within the required response time. CPU usage was quite low, and we have detected no memory leaks. Every service could be checked directly from the platform. What really made me proud was not just proving the system could handle this load, but also that we can now repeat this setup anywhere thanks to automation. And this case showed off our multi-cloud flexibility, multi-tenancy support, and low-code builder, and really highlighted how far the platform could go in solving complex customer needs.
Yeah, wow, that's impressive stuff. I mean, look, you mentioned it once. I know you've done really well, actually. You've only mentioned this once so far, and that's AI, because it wouldn't be like a CX interview if it didn't mention AI. But when you're talking to potential customers about the potential or real world benefits of AI, maybe not just within Incoplax, but generally speaking, within contact center and CX, what do you tell them the benefits of AI are going to be for them?
That's a great question. Actually, I expected it to come up early. There is a lot of buzz these days about AI in contact centers, especially around replacing human agents with voice bot or chat bots. Everyone is asking, how effective is it? How do we make sure the customer doesn't even notice the difference? And does our customer really want to talk with voice bots or chat bots? I like to start by flipping the perspective a bit. As I have noticed from one speaker of a recent CX summit in Lisbon, before we think about having AI talk to customers, we should make sure it's really good at listening our customers. There is a huge number of tasks AI can handle behind the scenes without frustrating the customer or creating risks for company. For example, smart call routing, quality assurance, agent support tools, supervisor copilots, and so on and so forth. And finally, about voice bots, I can't skip this subject. I'm realistic here. Not every question can be solved now without a human agent. And customers don't always want to talk to a bot. And I think when we are trying to disguise it as a human, our customers can actually be frustrated. That's why we recommend a more efficient and flexible approach. For example, a voice assistant can greet a customer waiting in a queue with something like, hi, you are holding in the queue. Estimated wait time is about 5 minutes. I'm a smart assistant. You can tell me something about your question, and I will help you right away, or simply pass the information to the next available agent so they can assist you faster. If the question is simple, the bot can handle it immediately. If it's more complex, the bot gathers all the information and pre-fills the agent's interface, so the human can jump straight into checking and helping. What is the outcome? Customers feel taken care of while waiting, agents save time, and the company reduces costs. It's really like a bank assistant helping people navigate the queue or solve simple tasks at an ATM. The AI supports, but the human touch is still there when it matters most. So in this case, we see how AI can help agents, not replace them at all.
Yeah, that's interesting because I've been talking, obviously, as you said, you were listening to that summit in Lisbon. I've been talking to people from the expo here in the UK recently. And the message around AI for 2026 seems to be, should we say, slightly more mature, pump the brakes on the hype, and let's look at real world application, maybe take a step back and apply it in some of those areas you mentioned effectively before rushing to just the forefront, the bleeding edge, and just constantly trying to push that message. And I think that's what we're going to see more of next year as well. So certainly that message seems to be echoed then around Europe, let's say, and be interesting if anyone's listening and got a different view of what's happening in North America, comment below. But that's what we're hearing here, certainly. Think about people listening to this, and we've mentioned you've obviously, some of the deployments you've done and what you've been really proud of. If there are people listening to this that are reviewing their own existing contact center platform or are supporting customers in reviewing theirs, what sort of company should get in touch to implement the Incoplax platform and talk to the team?
Our target audience is actually pretty broad. Incoplax is ideal for companies looking to modernize or replace old systems. We are not just about contact centers, we also handle unified corporate communications. For example, we could set up a soft switch for 5,000 users with only 200 or 300 contact center agents. At the same time, we can help companies get more out of their existing systems with AI services. Not everyone is ready to fully switch over now, so we can start small, like adding speech analytics for recorded calls or adding just voice bots, and then we can step by step take on more and more. We are also very flexible in terms of scale. Whether we have tens, hundreds, or thousands of users, our microservice architecture might make it seamless. And there are no industry limits. With our low-code builder and REST APIs, the platform can be adapted to finance, sales, manufacturing, services, you name it. And plus, for system integrators, we offer great opportunities. They can deliver a wide spectrum of projects for their customers, whether it's individual deployments or cloud services under a BPO model. So we have a very wide set of potential customers and partners for now.
Awesome. So I think we'll come on to this towards the end, a little bit to go, but it sounds like basically anyone that's interested by what Ilya's been saying, it's get in touch with them and have ask those direct questions, because as he says, broad audience, broad customer spectrum, a lot of different things they can offer. So I think rather than maybe making your judgment entirely from this call and all the information that Ilya's given us, but I think it sounds like one of those ones we really have to get in touch and say, look, I heard this, but I want to drill into this particular point. And so lastly then, putting Incoplax to one side, as someone that spent a quarter of a century in the sector, what are your predictions for the development of CCX next year? So in particular, what do you see growing in popularity, and otherwise, what do you see fading away?
Great question. I think we are about to see a reality check when it comes to AI in contact centers. Yeah. Right now, there is a lot of hype around voice bots and chatbots. Many startups are simply packaging well-known AI tools and promising to customers they can replace human agents entirely. But in practice, once companies actually try these solutions, it often becomes clear that not every case works as expected. AI will definitely continue to grow and become more and more integrated, but customer expectations, I think, are starting to become more realistic. At the same time, a lot of legacy systems just aren't flexible enough. Sure, you can add AI on top, but fully embedding it into workflows or implementing smart features like intelligent queue assistant, for example, is really difficult or maybe even impossible. So those older platforms will keep losing relevance, especially given their high cost and lack of agility. And honestly speaking, that's why we think there is a huge chance for modern, game-changing platforms, disruptors, according to your terminology, The picture is quite clear for now. Companies want flexible, scalable CX solutions that actually use AI in a smart way, not just as a flashy add-on.
Yeah, absolutely agree with that. So Ilya, if people who are watching and listening want to get in touch with Incoplax or yourself, what's the best way for them to reach you?
We have a website. We are now modernizing it. We have also LinkedIn page, and I'm always online. We'll be glad to speak with customers or partners and maybe show some relevant parts of our platform, how we can help one or another one project. So hope to be in touch. Thank you very much for this opportunity to talk something about our platform, not only showing, but discuss some interesting points of our domain.
Yeah, well, before I let you go, obviously I'll put a link to your website and your LinkedIn page just around while you were talking there. But for people listening that are thinking, yeah, I might like to learn more about the platform, as part of our series with Incoplax, we're actually running a live demo, so a bit like a LinkedIn Live, but on a specific association platform that I co-founded as well, and that's on the 11th of December at 5 p.m. UK time. So Ilya will be joining me with the platform live, showing us the functionality, showing us around it, so you can get a bit more of an in-depth look. You'll be welcome to join us and ask questions in chat, which I'll then present to Ilya so he can answer those live. So if you want to take a look at it yourself, or you've maybe got a customer that might like a look at it and you think, I haven't got time to set anything up between now and in the next week or so, 11th of December, 5 p.m. UK time. I'll put a link to the webinar below in the comments, so you can click on there. You'll need to register for the platform, which is the Global Association of Independent AI and CX Consultants that I've co-founded, or GAIA for short. We're going to run it live on there, so please come and join us. It'll run for 45 minutes, an hour, but then I will post the recording of that demo webinar out onto LinkedIn as well, so you will be able to view that and share it, and maybe you'll want to follow up with Ilya after that as well. But yeah, for more information, obviously you can reach out directly to him now, or join us on the live product webinar on the Gaia platform. One more time, 11th of December, 5 p.m. UK time. But otherwise, yeah, Ilya, look, real pleasure having you on Discovering Disruptors. Really informative, really detailed, as I knew it would be from speaking with you before. Fantastic work. And I look forward to speaking to you on the 11th of December.
Thank you very much. See you on our lead demo, and welcome everyone.